Welcome to the reading of this crazy upside down world. I'm reading from the Strqnger Things tarot deck. Tarot, you can say it any way you want, right there. And I'm reading on the world because it's upside down right now. It is seriously upside down. Like if you would have told me that, like if I would have watched this as a movie, kind of like watching Stranger Things, and somebody said, you know, what's everything that's happening, like this is real, this is a true story, I would say no, it's not. Nope, it's not real. You're lying. You're lying. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, interesting. So the devil card that flipped out. I'm asking, the question is, and they already know this because I wrote it down. The question is, are we being grifted by our government? Are we as a people, especially in the United States, but other governments and other worlds probably too, are we being grifted by our government? Okay, that is what I was thinking about. That's what I wrote down for today's reading, and the card that jumped out is the devil. And what I find really interesting is the devil are the people from Hawkins' lab. So if you watch Stranger Things, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's actually not Vecna, which is really, really interesting. It's the governmental lab. So I could just leave this card alone, and the answer would be yes, we are being grifted by our own government. Okay? And the Queen of Spokes are cups, dice are swords, scoops are pentacles, and strands are wands. Are we being grifted by our own government? And the devil flew out. Oh. You can't make this shit up. We are in the upside down. We are in the upside down. Are we being grifted by our own government? Oh, Lord. So, you know, the queens are supposed to represent maturity and mastery, and cups, you know, our emotions, and the queens, I mean, think about queen energy, right? But she's upside down, okay? So we aren't getting the compassion and the deep understanding as a country from our government, okay? Because she's here upside down. They are not looking at our best interest. They're not here for our best interest. In fact, if you look at it, now that it's upside down, you see her, you see this is L, and this is when she's flipping the government van, right? She's flipping the government van to protect herself. But this card didn't come out straight up. It came up upside down. So we are not being protected right now, is my point. Okay? If it would have flipped the other way, it would have had a very different meaning, but we're not being protected right now. So, but I mean, the devil is coming out. I mean, yeah, we're being grifted. We're being grifted. I mean, and if you don't know what the grift is, look it up. Lied to, stolen from, coerced, played with. They're grifting. It's like, you know, sitting at a high stakes poker game, but one person is cheating the whole time so that they'll win the pot. We're being grifted. All right. Anything else want to flip out? If not, I will pull the card. Are we being grifted by our own government? Yeah. Okay. Yep. Fives are about conflict. You see, this is the strands are wands, right? So we have the 5. The 5 is about challenges and conflict, and the structures are being shaken, right? But I'm asking about if they're being grifted, and a big challenge is that people are going through right now, right? Look at the light bulb. Look how it's glowing. Yes, this is a glowing yes in our face. They are stealing from us. They are lying from us. They're grifting us. Yeah. And that's exactly what's happening. And more people are waking up. Look at the little dots behind it. Look at the lights. Waking up, waking up, waking up, waking up, waking up. We're waking up, we're waking up. We're waking up, right? Because basically they're not even trying to hide it anymore. I mean, I've been following other astrologers and other readers, and they're like, there's the reports are coming out, about the blatant insider trading about what's going on with the oil crisis right now. The information, they're getting the information before it comes out. It's announced that there's a peace or something, or they're going to go back to fighting or whatever. It switches day by day. I can't keep up. Somebody goes in and buys all of the stock when it drops, and then peace talks, and then it goes back up and then sells it. I think they said that somebody, there's a record of somebody who, and I don't know, you'd have to look it up. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a reporter, but there was information out there, rumored, but I believe probably true, that somebody made $900 million in one day from this peace talks. We're back at war. We're at peace talks one day. So who is that person who got that information and made that money? Yeah, we're being grifted. We're being stolen from. Oh, God. At the bottom of the deck is the King of Dice, and the King of Dice is swords, and this is us. Okay, I just want you to, okay. This is, if you know the movie, you know. He's bound up. His eyes have been, he's been blind. He tried to blind himself because he couldn't stand seeing the horrors of what was happening in the world. In his world, to his family, right? And is this not a representation of us as a people right now? Swords is information. Swords is truths and lies. Okay? We are being bound up. They are gouging out our eyes. They do not want us to see the truth. So, this is the energy underneath the pack. This is us. In this instance, this king is the people. This is what is happening to the people. Now, if you watch the movie, you'll know the story behind this. It's too hard to explain. Like I said, if you've seen the movie, you know. Victor Creel, who, yeah, I can't get into it because, this isn't about Stranger Things in the movie. This is just using the Stranger Things cards to talk about what is happening to us collectively. Yeah, this is us right now. So we are, the question I asked is, are we being grifted by our own government? And yep, we are. And I knew it from the first card that fell out of the deck, because this is a governmental, this is the government right here. This is the government. This is the lab, Hawkins Lab. I worked for the government. They were doing things that nobody knew about. Right? Like I said, it's not Vecna. It's our own government represented as the devil. Okay, so there you go. These cards are great. for reading about this stuff. I love them for this because this isn't most of my readings. Most of my readings is very much about, doing our own inner work, manifesting what we want, loving ourselves, finding joy, being on a higher frequency, but that doesn't mean that everything is rainbows and butterflies. You have to still look at what's going on in the world around you, what you're gonna let in your own space, but we need to be aware. The truth has to be seen. And I know that it is coming out. I know the shift is happening. It's coming. The paradigm is shifting. But in the meantime, this is where we are. We are being grifted. They are trying to gouge our eyes out because they don't want us to see the truth of who they are. And this is who they are. Okay? But the spotlight right here being the fives conflict. Sorry. All of this is all the people waking up behind it. And the queen right now, she doesn't feel like she has her powers, but she will. She will. I have faith. Okay? They're suppressing the queen. They're suppressing the female energy. But they're not going to be able to sustain it. So, yeah, we're being grifted. Anyway, that's a long way around to say, are we being grifted by our government? We are. Okay, what you can do is enjoy your own life because joy is a form of resistance. Don't let them take your joy. Don't let them take your joy. No matter what. We can't have that. And things are going to turn around. You'll see. This was a good reading. Let me know your thoughts, especially if you were into the Stranger Things show and you watched it in the series and you loved it. Can you see the correlations about what's happening from that show into what's happening in our own reality right now? I'd love to hear your thoughts, please. Okay, everyone, I hope you're well, stay safe, and find joy every day. See you next time. Bye.